Please rise. So the last wedding I did, I forgot to tell people to please be seated. But before you do, please check your cell phone because there's always one of you. Please put them on silent. Hello everyone, I'm Tony Green, but today you can call me Friar Green. We've already got a cry, I love it. I'm honored and privileged that Brittney and Devon have asked me to perform this service. I've only performed 7 weddings so far, so please bear with me. But get ready for a few updates first. After a short 2-hour ceremony, okay, just kidding, we have 10 minutes. As for the announcements, following the ceremony, there'll be a receiving line in the back where you can say congrats to the bride and groom. Following the receiving line, everyone should grab a sparkler, or Brittney calls fireworks, to meet out front for the venue for a special sparkler ceremony. And then, off to everyone's favorite part, happy hour. There we go. Brittney and Devon, your marriage today is a joining of your souls that have already been united in one in your hearts. Marriage will allow you a whole new world to share your lives together, standing together, facing the world hand in hand. Marriage will strengthen you as individuals, define you as a couple, and deepen your love for each other. Let your marriage be a time of waking up each morning and falling in love all over again. We're here to rejoice and remember that love leads us to our true destination. We're here to celebrate and witness the new beginning of Brittney and Devon and their lives together forever. We're here to listen, to love, to dance, have a few drinks, maybe more, and some good old-fashioned chicken days. And, of course, to celebrate their love for one another. Marriage is a long and bumpy journey, but one that can be harnessed with a simple phrase, "You're right, Brittney." To be successful, you'll need courage, patience, and a really good sense of humor. Trust me. So sit back, open your hearts, and let the wedding of the decade begin. On behalf of Brittney and Devon, I welcome and thank you all for joining us here today on this beautiful day. Many of you have given them much happiness, warmth, guidance throughout the various stages of their lives. They would sincerely like to thank all of you for being here to celebrate their big day. We've come together to witness Brittney and Devon as they exchange their vows of marriage. We share with them in their delight in finding love with each other and support their decision from now until the end of time. As this couple enters into marriage, they do so with thought and reverence. They give thanks for the past, which has brought them here to this place, and look forward with hope to what the future may bring. I welcome all of you who have traveled near and especially far on this important moment of their lives. So I asked Brittney and Devon a few months ago to prepare a story about that moment when they knew they were going to be married. I asked them not to share each other's stories, because I wanted to see what that moment was. After weeks, and weeks, and weeks, I finally received those stories. And it was last Friday, but they were perfect. I'm going to read those stories. Brittney, your story's first, because Devon's is really long. I knew within the first year of us being together that I wanted to marry Devon. Devon and I met in a very conventional way, at a party. But the first year of our relationship was very unconventional. Devon was home on leave for 3 weeks from Japan when we were introduced by one of our other mutual friends. There's an immediate connection the moment we met. Our conversations flowed so naturally, it felt like we had known each other forever. We spent every day of those weeks together. When the time came for Devon to return to Japan for another year of service, I was devastated at the thought of not seeing him for so many months. You know where this is going, don't you, Devon? We had not decided what to do, and in that moment, I just knew I wanted to be with him no matter what, and I couldn't imagine a future without him. So we made the distance work. We spent 8 months apart before seeing each other again. During that time, I learned so much about him. Even with a 14-hour time difference, we spoke every day about anything and everything. He became my best friend. After much anticipation, I flew to Japan to see the man of my dreams again. When we saw each other, it was like we picked up right where we left off 8 months earlier. That's when I knew we could survive anything, and that he was the man I was going to marry. Oh, Devon's story. It took me 6 months to realize after meeting her that I could be with her forever. She had barely known me for half a year, and she flew 12, 13 hours out to Japan, her first time out of the country, by the way, to visit me. I mean, if that isn't love, then I don't know what it is. I tried to get so many others to fly out to come visit, and Brittney and my grandparents were the only ones. Brittney dropped her phone in the toilet in Canada on her way over. So we had no way to contact each other until she landed, and I don't know how to pronounce that, but in Japan. So I got to the airport early and waited with a bouquet of flowers, and every plane that came in, I stood up and had flowers behind my back, wanting for her to show her pretty face. Until the last plane, it seemed like 200 people had poured out, and I thought to myself that, well, maybe she was on the next one. But then I saw her face, and we locked eyes, and her face lit up when she saw the flowers, and it was just pure happiness. It was so early in our relationship that I can't wait to take her back and relive some of those memories. Every time we see something related to Japan, we get caught in a daydream thinking about how much fun we had. And I heard a lot of those stories the other day. Oh, Devon. We got tanked at a bar off base. And we sang karaoke, and neither of us were any good, but it was so much fun. I could tell she was real and honest. I think one of the best parts was when she stumbled back to the base, drunk, and we were both starving, so I put a $20 bill in a vending machine on our floor in the hotel, and it spit out $19 in quarters, one by one. It was so loud, I'm sure we woke everyone up on the floor, but we didn't care. We were literally rolling on the floor, laughing our asses off at the quarter vending machine. Never laughed so hard in my life, never fails to make me smile. So the theme here, as you really look into these, and it's something I like to do with these ceremonies, but you both just knew. I told you guys a little story about my vows, and when my wife and I got married, they ended up being basically the same story, one being a Packer fan, one being a Viking fan. Your stories were similar. You just knew. Was that the best response I could get? Yes. It was absolutely remarkable once I thought about it for a second. They just knew. Let's all think about that for a moment, as it truly opened my eyes and made me realize what I was asking for was impossible. Love, by definition, reads a profoundly tender, passionate affection for another person. Love is not something you can see or document, or capture in a selfie. Love is a feeling that is felt and desired in us all. When love is mutual, you just know. Brittney and Devon, can you feel the love tonight? I can. Now that I have you all in tears, let's move on to the vows so we can cry even more. Brittney and Devon, the vows that you're about to make are a way to share your love and commitment to each other in your own words. Sometimes poems, verses, and quotes just don't get the point across the way you need them to. And it's the best option to do it yourself.
Thank you all for coming. So, Brittney, when we first met, I never imagined this day would come. But now that we are here, I couldn't have imagined choosing anyone else but you to go through life's journey with. I love your laugh, your smile, and your caring nature. I promise to support you, to honor you, and love you unconditionally, even if we may disagree on something. I can't imagine where I would be without you, and I cannot wait to continue this crazy journey with you by my side. I love you.
Okay. Devon, you and I both know I can be indecisive at times. I simply just don't like to make decisions. But if there is one decision in my life that I know is the right one, it's to spend the rest of my life with you. Sorry, I'm a crier. Whew, there is an infinite number of things that I love about you. I love your thoughtfulness, your ability to keep me grounded. I love your loyalty to me and our relationship. I love the way you challenge me to be a better person, and that you put up with me when I'm sassy. You are my best friend, my biggest supporter, and the best life partner a girl could ask for. As we continue to grow in our lives together, I promise to give you all the words when needed, or all my words when needed, and to share in the silence when they're not, to pick you up when you're down, to love you unconditionally, to care for you and our families for as long as we live, to adventure with you always, to say I love you before falling asleep each night, to be the best mom I can be as we grow a family together, and to always know in the deepest parts of my soul that when challenges arise, we will always find our way back to one another.
Brittney and Devon, you've declared your intention to make this venture of faith and in love. You realize that from this time forward, your futures are woven into one, and that your challenges and joys will be shared together. Today you're promising before us all that the words, I love you, are a full commitment of yourselves to become one with the other. Devon, do you take Brittney to be your wife? Brittney, do you take Devon to be your husband?
I do.
That's what I thought. Let's move on to the ring exchange.
Brittney, I give you this ring as a symbol as my trust, my faith, and my love for you, from now until forever.
Devon, I give you this ring as a symbol of my trust, my faith and my love for you, from now until forever.
Brittney and Devon, you've heard the words about love, marriage, have exchanged your vows, and made your promises. You've kissed 1,000 times, maybe more. But today that feeling is new and welcomed by all. After celebrating your union with the giving and receiving of rings, you are no longer simply partners and best friends. You have become husband and wife today. As at this time, I now get to pronounce you as one. Devon, I look at you with this great honor, and I'm proud to finally say you may kiss your wife. As long as it's hers, you're good. Because you have pledged your love and commitment to each other before these witnesses, I declare that you are now husband and wife. May the love that lives in and around us all fill your hearts and infuse your lives. May you be supported every step of your path. May you endlessly delight one another. May you rest in the comfort of knowing that you've chosen one through another to serve the highest purpose of love. I'm truly proud to present you all at this time, Mr. and Mrs. Brittney.
Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. Come on, like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just to let you, nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel a good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh.
One person.
come and help us celebrate this day. It's been incredible. I want to say a special thank you to my sister and Stacy and anybody else who helped with the decorations. These flowers, everything is just amazing. It's really helped us make this day extra special. So thank you. Appreciate it. Lisa and I, we've had the pleasure of being Brittney's parents and watching her grow up. And I want to say that it's been awesome. She's a great person. She's actually been a wonderful child, a wonderful kid. We've really enjoyed watching her grow up. I remember when we've been real small, I used to play horse where you'd jump on my back and you'd say, "Over there, big, big," and I'd crawl over to wherever she pointed. And then, yeah, big, big. And then we go to another spot. She just enjoyed it. She's always happy. She was never afraid of people. She'd come up to anybody and just make them smile. It was amazing. She got into dance. I know that was mentioned earlier. She excelled at it. She was wonderful, beautiful on stage. And I even loved every recital being on fishing over No, it was all right. It was awesome. It was wonderful to see. You know, every parent has three things they want for their kid. You know, first of all, be healthy. And God willing and blessed us that our kids have been healthy. You've been amazing. The second thing is you want them to be better off than you are. You know, I want you to be more successful than our parents or Lisa and I have been. And I think you're well on your way there. You're doing wonderful. And the third thing is you hope they find love. And seeing you two together, I'm confident that you've found love. You guys are amazing, amazing kids. We can't wait to see what happens in your next chapter. We love you both. And, you know, maybe someday we see grandkids. We'll see. Earlier, there was a story of Brittney making a trip over to Japan to visit Devon, and the truth came out. The phone fell into the toilet at Toronto. It was crazy. We lost contact with her. We were staying up watching the plane that she was supposed to be on TV, where it was going, and hopefully making it. And in the end, it all worked out. And life is going to throw you some curves like that. And as long as you love each other, you'll get through them. So anyway, Lisa and I, we're very happy, and we really look forward to your next chapter. So we love you.